Hello my friends, Rune here again. I have a TP50 compact, Umarex of course, 7.5 fuel version, which don't come close to 7.5 fuel, around 5 joules or so. But I thought, okay, the 7.5 fuel version has a valve block, not a restrictor. I thought, okay, let's see if we can make it a bit more powerful. At least this is the Gen 2, and the Gen 2 don't have the CO2 tube that will blast out on you. The old TP50 that I tested made a nice hard whack inside my thumb, and I'm still a bit sore even at this a week ago. So yeah, be careful when you're tinkering with this stuff. Even though the one that I got whacked with, I didn't do anything with it. I just put in the CO2 and kaboom! Well, this is a 7.5 fuel version. I will not use it with an open valve completely. I will put in a homemade CO2 restrictor made from the tip of a spent CO2 canister. Just cut the tip off, about 11mm wide, and if the hole is too large, then you can see if you can close it up somehow. The ideal hole size is about 1mm. You don't need to go larger than that. If you want to go larger, then you might as well just use it without the restrictor. So let me remove the plastic, and then I can show you how to remove the valve block. One moment. One thing to be aware of when you lift the side cover off is the small front sight. It will jump loose on you. I just use a little bit of super glue and then just put it back in. Like so. Since I'm not going to go into the mechanism, I'm just going to screw out that brass piece, pressure indicator. I have my own homemade valve tool. You can of course buy these things, but I made my own. I think the valve block is made of plastic in this model. However, I might be wrong. That's the pressure indicator part. And yes, there is the valve block, that black piece you see there. So let's see. I did bring a screw. You can use any screw. I think this one will work. But I also need to use my screwdriver. So let's see which size. That one seems to be okay. So if you find this part boring, you can always fast forward. That's the good thing with videos. like so. And voila, here it is. Let's see, yes, there is a small O-ring down there. Make sure you fish that O-ring out, or it might mess things up for you. If that thing breaks loose and it goes into the valve stem, then you have a problem. Then you will have to disassemble the whole thing. Here's the O-ring. So now we just put it back together. I think I have a little bit of silicone spray left. Let's give it a little squirt. And on this I also take some oil, silicone oil, on that O-ring that sits in the rear end here. So, and then I will just screw it down and put it back together with the plastic cover. So let me do so off camera, and then we can load it up with some aluminium balls from TP50.de, and I have Liss brand 8 gram CO2 canister, and I will install the restrictor. This is just a drop-in piece. So, one moment. Temperature is about 21 degrees Celsius, think that's 71-72 degrees Fahrenheit or so. Before I load up the balls, let's see if it holds gas. I think there won't be any problem, but I'm a bit scared after that last time when it blasted off into my hand. Okay, what the heck. There. Indicator popped out. So let's load up aluminium balls from TP50, 2.8 gram. That's 43 grains. Let's see how it goes. Not shooting at anything specific, just into my trap. Loud bang, and the trigger guard popped down. 341. Another loud bang, 332. .311. Where the heck is the ball? There it is. It's one more, and then I will do a reload. 281. 230. Don't think my restrictor that I put in did anything. So I might as well use it without the restrictor. Yeah, 170. So yeah, there you have it. If you do this mod to the compact, then don't bother put in the restrictor. Now it is stuck down there. I will remove it. No need to keep the restrictor in there, because I only get about 5 shots anyway. Might as well use it without the restrictor. So yeah, but there you have it. Removing the valve block. So without the valve block, this thing is very loud, and I mean very loud. My ears are still a bit ringy, so just something to be aware of. Don't remember exactly the velocity, 340 or something on the first shot. So it would certainly hurt if you got hit by one. Yeah. Funky looking design, for sure. Okay, that's it for today. By the way, check out printforce.nl if you want to buy new detents for this pistol. And he also has a Picatinny rail that he sells, that you can mount on the top here. So yeah, options are coming. And the original detents are easily ruined in this pistol, especially on the full power, in the full power modus as it is now. I have one more detent from Printforce that I can put in if, or should I say when, this one gets blown to pieces. But that will be a video for another day. So, hope you liked the video. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for watching.